everyone, so this video is going to be about my on-flight beauty essentials, and the first two things you want to remember about travelling and your beauty regime is that you don't have to do this. It's purely if you want to do it, but I do think that travelling, especially on the plane, really takes a toll on your skin, and it just makes your skin really dry, and I think you just end up feeling kind of not so fresh because you know that your skin's looking a little bit worse for wear. And the second thing is to pick up as many samples as you can. Samples are an absolute lifesaver when it comes to flying, and to try and get as many samples of moisturiser and little makeup samples. Try and get as many as you can because they really do help to kind of make a difference into how much you can take with you. Now generally it depends on the airline obviously, but most airlines you need to take things that are under 100 mils, and your product should be able to fit into one of these clear Ziploc bags. Now I think the bags you're allowed to take, the dimensions of them are a little bit bigger than this bag, so bear that in mind, that you probably could take something that was a little bit bigger, but that was the bag I had. So for the purpose of this video, this is the bag I'm going to talk you through, and this is probably the bag I'm going to take because I've managed to fit everything that I need in this bag. So what I start off by doing is I arrive at the airport with my makeup on. I know the light keeps changing, it's because I'm sat in front of the window and the sun keeps going in and out. But I arrive at the airport fully made up, so I'll have my foundation, my concealer, my powder, full face of makeup on. And then I'll kind of wear that in the departure lounge and, you know, having something to eat before I get on the plane and just walking around, just because I feel more confident like that. It is probably better for you to just go makeup free, but I just like to kind of, if I'm walking about, I like to still have a little bit of makeup on. So while I'm doing that, I'll still have my full face of makeup. Then as soon as I get on the plane, one of the #1 things I will do is always buy a big bottle of water. Do it once you've passed the hand luggage security, because you're not allowed to take water in there with you, not in the UK anyway. But make sure you buy a big bottle of water, and I buy a big litre bottle and just sip it throughout the flight. That's really important because it keeps you hydrated. Then as soon as I sit on the plane, I'll take my makeup off. You can buy those little travel bottles and decant your cleanser into them and all that kind of thing. I use wipes, and I know that wipes aren't the best thing for you, and I don't ever use them in my day-to-day life, but on the plane I will use wipes. So the wipes I have got in here are these little Nivea cleansing wipes. Now I bought these from the travel section in Superdrug, and you just get 7 wipes, and they're the refreshing facial cleansing wipes for normal to combination skin, and it says that they cleanse, tone, hydrate, remove makeup, and even waterproof mascara. So I have used these before. They are quite wet, which is nice. They feel kind of like they are really cleansing your skin. So I'll really try and make sure that I've taken all my makeup off, including my eye makeup, and make sure my skin's as clean as possible. If I can go to the toilets and kind of splash my face with some water, I will do that, but generally I tend to just give my face a good clean with a wipe. Then I will apply a little bit of a kind of moisture toning mist, and this one right here is by Simple, which isn't a brand I tend to ever buy, but this is great because you get 50 mils and it's their Kind to Skin Moisture Boost Hydration Mist. And this is just what it looks like, and it's just a fine mist that you can spritz on your skin to just kind of refresh it and to add moisture. And throughout the flight I'll keep spritzing my face with this. If you're sat next to someone and they're kind of a little bit iffy about what you're doing, you can spritz it on your hands and kind of press it in, but I have generally found a way of sitting where there was no one next to me or someone I knew that I was travelling with, so that was okay. And just keep spritzing your face with something like this. Great travel size, and it's really inexpensive, and it just really helps to kind of attract the moisture into your skin. So once I've applied that, I'll then go ahead and apply a little bit of a kind of face mask. Now I know that it's very indulgent to use a face mask, but this one right here is by Dermalogica, and I saw a recent video of Lisa Eldridge where she was talking about her on-flight kind of beauty regime, and she said that one of her favourite masks was the Dermalogica one, not this one, a different one, and the Sicily one, and I think this Dermalogica one's really great for that, and I've used it for years, and it's the multivitamin power recovery mask, and this is just a little sample that I got in glossy box, and I didn't think I'd actually tried this when I received it, and then I noticed that I had, and you get 15 mils, so again great sample size, and it's just a kind of clear, it's clear when it goes on, but it's just an orange kind of mask, and it's really hydrating. So I like to just layer a really thick layer of it on and just sit there, and you do look kind of a little bit greasy, but who cares, you know, you're on a flight. It's not like it's people that you're ever going to meet again or people that you know, so it doesn't really matter. I don't mind that, and I just really like the fact that my skin's really protected and hydrated. Even though I have got very oily skin, I like to make sure that my skin is just completely kind of moisturized, because I feel like being on a plane dries your skin out so much, and it kind of causes an uneven texture and just kind of bumpiness in the skin, and I really dislike it. So I'll apply a thick layer of that on, and then I will leave that on throughout the flight, depending on how long the flight is. Obviously you can keep kind of reapplying. Then another thing I always carry in here with me, these are just two kind of little useful things to always have with you, is a hand gel. This is just a standard Cuticure, I think that's how you pronounce it, Cucumber and Garden Mint hand gel, and this is 50 mils. So again, perfect size, and I'll carry a hand sanitizer with me just to kind of clean my hands, because on the plane I feel like it's really kind of germy and everyone's touched everything and you don't know where people's hands have been, and I just don't like it. So I will carry some hand gel. And another thing I always carry with me is a deodorant. This is the Nivea Pearl and Beauty, and this is 35 mils, and I'll carry deodorant with me, and then whenever I get an opportunity to nip to the loo, I'll just spritz myself with some deodorant and kind of make myself feel a little bit more fresh and a little bit more clean, because I really hate the feeling you get on the plane where you're all stuffy and horrible. And then another thing I always make sure I take with me is hand cream, because I feel like my hands get really dry on the plane, and then I'll start to see kind of dry skin on my cuticles and I start to pick at it, and it's just not a good idea. This is the Ren hand and body cream. So I'll take just a little sample. Again, this was a magazine sample. Magazine samples are great because you get loads of really great sized products and they're great for travelling. So I'll take a hand cream and just keep applying that throughout the duration of the flight. Then another important thing that I always like to take with me is a Vicks inhaler. And I haven't got a cold, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of like shaped like a tampon. And I like to take this with me just because I feel like sometimes, as I said on the plane, you feel really stuffy and you can get just a little bit congested. So I like to take this and just inhale it, and I feel like it really kind of opens up your nose and makes you kind of just feel a little bit more awake and a little bit more fresh, and I think that's the most important thing on the flight. Then in terms of other kind of little products that I've got here, two things I think are really important to always have with you again. In terms of skincare, if you like that kind of thing, I will always take a little mini cleanser. So about an hour before we land, I can go and cleanse my face properly, and this is the Balance Me Cleanse and Smooth Face Balm, which looks like this. And I'll just put this all over my face. You put it onto dry skin, and then I will generally take like a little muslin cloth that I don't want anymore, and then I can just throw it away there, or you can rinse it off with water. I just prefer doing it with a muslin cloth, but I'll just rub this all over my skin, give my skin a good massage, and because it's got oils in it, it really just helps to plump out your skin, and I'll just kind of make sure my skin's really clean. And then I've got a little sample here of the No. 7 Protect and Perfect Beauty Serum. I'll apply this all over my face and kind of concentrate it on my eye area, and it really helps to kind of smooth everything out. And then I'll moisturise. This is the Ren Hydra-Calm Global Protection Day Cream, and I've noticed this is really good for kind of counteracting any redness, which I tend to have if I'm tired, so I like to kind of apply some of that and just let my skin kind of drink it in. And then obviously in between the serum and the cleanser, I'll spritz with my moisturising mist again. Then in terms of makeup, I like to keep it really simple, and again, this is where samples really come in handy. This is just a little sample of the Dior Forever foundation. So I had a little sample of this, and I'm just going to take this with me and apply it to my face once I've moisturised, before I get off the plane, just to kind of look a little bit more presentable when I'm being picked up, and just to kind of counteract any horrible kind of skin issues that you might be having from travelling, which I find is always kind of the case. And also you want to kind of make sure that your skin's really well moisturised, because if you put makeup on to really tired skin, I find it just kind of ends up making it look worse in a way. So I'll take that with me. And then I've also got some lip balm in here, which I'll keep applying throughout the flight. This is the Figs&Rouge Balm 100% organic in Rambling Rose. I'll just keep applying this throughout the flight to keep my lips from getting dry. And then also another little extra thing I've got in here is a little sample of perfume. I was going to take my Travel-O, but it is quite big and it does take up quite a bit of room, so I've just got this little sample of this Yardley Royal Diamond perfume. So again, samples come in handy, and just to kind of freshen up and make you feel a little bit more fragrant and lovely. And then I've got a little concealer sample here again, which is by Vichy, and it's just a little sample of their concealer Derma Blend in Opal, and it's just like this. So I'm just going to take a small one of those because I can open it and then I can throw it away if I want to, and just to kind of get under my eyes and make sure I kind of look nice and fresh. Then another kind of must-have for me is powder. I wish I could have a small size of powder to take with me, and sometimes after I've gone through security I will kind of get things out and make sure that, you know, I can put this somewhere where I can reach it a little bit easier. But powder is a must because I have really oily skin, not for the flight because I'm trying to retain moisture, but for afterwards and for kind of while I'm in the departure lounge and that kind of thing, I might need to powder. Then last couple of bits, I've got a cream blusher here. This is a Guerlain one. I can't remember what this is called, but it just comes in this tiny little pot. It was kind of like a little sample stack that I got, and I'll just take that with me just to kind of dab on the apples of my cheeks before I get off, make myself look a little bit healthy. And then I've got a small mascara here. This is a kind of travel size of the Lancome Hypnose Drama. Just again, before I get off the plane, I'll put some mascara on. And then last but not least, I've got a little mini lip gloss. This is the Cargo lip gloss in, I think it's called Paris, yes it is, in Paris, because I feel like even though I'm not much of a lip gloss wearer, when I'm travelling I do need something to kind of make me look a bit healthier, and I feel like lip gloss does that better than a standard lip colour. But that's it for my kind of on-flight beauty arsenal. I know that a lot of people like to just not do anything, but I feel like if I have done that, then for the next week or so after my flight, I'm constantly trying to get my skin back to normal, and I really don't like having to do that. I prefer to kind of prevent it on the flight, and then my skin's just fine for the kind of duration of my holiday. And as I said, make sure you're dressed comfortably and make sure you drink lots and lots of water to keep yourself nice and hydrated. Hope you found this really helpful. If you've got any kind of recommendations for on-flight beauty essentials, definitely put those in the comments below. I'd love to know. And if you've got any kind of tips on making travelling a little bit easier, then I'd love to know those too. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.